how to turn this vellum into this and make these beautiful flowers like this. Well, let me show you how I do it. This is Noreen from joyacards.com and welcome to my video. Yay! Today I'm using the translucent florals dies. Also, I'm using the dies from Wanted to Stay for the happy birthday, and then on the inside of the card, scallop contours. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab two pieces of vellum. One is at 5.5 by 4.25, and the other one is 5.25 by 4. So we got two pieces because we are going to make this really pretty card. We need flowers for the front, the inside, and this piece on the inside. I'm going to be using three colors. They're all darks: Fresh Frieza, Flirty Flamingo, and Poppy Parade. Now you can choose any colors you want, but I usually go for one that's dark, one medium, and one light. So back to the vellum, I've got two sheets, one for the inside, one for the flowers, and I'm doing them at the same time, well, at the same time, really, and also to kind of make it consistent. So I'm going to take the brush end of my Flirty Flamingo, the lightest color, and I'm just going to put this everywhere. So just make a bunch of marks here, and then switch over to the other sheet and do the same thing. Now I'm going to take my dark Fresh Frieza and also make some dark marks on both of the pieces of vellum. Now I'm doing my dark Poppy Parade, and I'm going to fill in the rest. Now you might want to go back and forth with the lighter colors because this will take dominance over the other two, so you don't want to really overdo it. So I'm going to just do a bunch, and then I'll fill in the lighter ones around it. Now I filled the dish with that 91% isopropyl alcohol. Now if you notice, I use blending pans and not the Stampin' Rights because it won't work with these. It will work with the blends. They're different formulas. That's why you can't take your refill and refill your blending pens. You'll mess them up, so don't do that. Now I grabbed a paper towel. I'm going to dip my brush in the alcohol. Now, depending on your brush and everything, you don't want to get too much alcohol or too little. So it might take you a couple of chances, to make it, perfected. And I'm also going to do the lighter colors first before I dig into that dark Poppy Parade. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Now I'm going to go into that dark Poppy Parade. I haven't dipped my brush back into the alcohol yet. I'm probably due for it. Just not too much and not too little. So if you need that paper towel, use it. And just try to make a really cool design. Now, this is why I didn't use too much of that Poppy Parade, because it does dominate, but it does make a really cool color. So, it's kind of neat. So I'm going to leave it just like that. And then I'm going to do this one. And that's what it looks like. So I'm going to let them dry a little bit, and we'll start putting together the card, and then we're going to cut these. Next, I'm taking the small leaf and the stem. I'm going to cut 3 leaves and 3 stems out of paper from Fresh as a Daisy. And this is the one with the big daisies on the back with the orange. So 3 of each of those. Now for the flowers inside part here, you're going to need the big one like this and the little one like this one, and get a piece of foam adhesive sheets and put a piece of Daffodil Delight. Now I keep all my scraps from foam adhesive sheets, and I just take scrap ones because these are small. There's no reason to use a big sheet. And you're going to put the paper on there. So you're going to take off the piece, put that daffodil down, and then you're going to take those and you're going to die cut. Now, when you die cut these inner parts, run them through the die cutter at least 2, 3, 4 times. So you get through all the pieces. And then when you pop them out, gently pull them out so the back of the paper is still on there. Now, if this comes off, because it does come off easily, and this is really super sticky, put it on your foam, on your silicone craft sheet, because nothing will stick to that. You could pull it right off. So that's a good little helping trick. So you're going to need 1 big one. Now for the small ones, you're going to make 3. Now, one you want to do without the foam adhesive sheet. That's going to go on the middle part, just like that. And then you want 2 on the foam adhesive sheet. So you can see here, I've done 2 through the sheet. So just take off that back if you want to and stick it on your craft sheet. Now with the die wanted to say, take the happy birthday and cut it out in basic white. Now use your scallop contours in this die, and in basic white, we're going to make the part for the inside of the card. Now that both pieces of vellum have dried, we're going to put the bigger one inside the card first, because we don't want to mix these up, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut our flowers in a way that we're going to use this piece to make and to put on the outside, and you won't see all the cuts. So it's a way to not make more of these vellum. So, and I did say this was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but I do like to take another 1/16 of an inch off. So off of 4 1/4. So it's actually 4 3/16, just so it gets over that fold here. And we're going to go ahead and snail this in. Now snail in the sentiment piece, and then wait for us to cut the flowers. So now we're going to start cutting these flowers. Now I am using this piece to put behind our DS paper here. So we want to make sure that we don't cut this edge around the card. So line up your dies as you cut them. Now if you need to get some tape, then grab, I use delicate frog tape. There's a link in my description of my video. This stuff is great. You can use it a million times. You can get it everywhere. You can get it at Amazon, and then it magically appears at your door. But anyway, just tape these down so they don't move around, because we do want this edge. And we're going to have to make 4 flowers. We're going to make 3 of these, 2 for the front and 1 on the inside, and a big one. So let's see how that works out. So the big one, the little one. Now the second little one, I've got taped on here so they don't move. Here's the second small flower, and I've lined up for my third. Now that all my flowers are cut, I'm going to snail this onto here. Just to prove that I'm human and I make mistakes, this paper is supposed to be 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I made a mistake, but that's okay. I have a backup. So pretend there's a whole bunch of holes in here, because if there was, what this would do is cover this up and make this cool etching. But I have a backup. Just pretend there's a bunch of holes in there. So you're going to go ahead and affix this onto your piece. So there you go. I made a mistake. That's okay, because you know what? I had this other one here by chance, and I'm going to put it on my piece just like so. Now you're going to take your DS paper, and that is fresh as a daisy. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. I swear. And I'm going to put it here. Now I did put that white kind of swishy stuff on the top, so it's kind of like a cloud. That's why I kind of like this DS paper. So it'll look like that. Now I'm going to put on my happy birthday first. So I've got it on my tweezers here. I'm going to take the Stampin' Up! Fine tip glue. This is really the only glue I use. I don't like the other glue. There are people that, you know, just only use glue. I like snail better. I don't know, it's just me. But I'm going to put my happy birthday here on the top, so I know where to put my flowers. So I'm going to put my happy on first, and then my birthday. What I really like about this die set, because I did a whole video on, this is probably the most used, or will be the most used die set I'm going to use, because it has this cutout happy birthday. And what's great about it is like the eye, the dot in the eye is not separate. It's all just one piece. So it's like, this is fantastic. In fact, I have a card kit up on my joyacards.com/shop, and you can buy a card kit. Now I'm going to put this a little bit off center, just a little bit, just, I don't know, bring it down. Maybe I won't. There you go. So I've got my birthday, happy birthday down. Now I'm going to put these flowers together. Now I'm using the paper pumpkin glue dots, because these are the most fantastic glue dots, because they're small, they're not as thick, and they hold things on really good. But if you don't have a paper pumpkin subscription, just use glue dots and just put one down in the center and just crisscross your flowers. So we're going to do that to all the flowers here. Now let's get the centers in. I'm going to take that big one and put it on the big flower, and then the small one without the foam adhesive sheet on the back, I'm going to put a little glue dotty, or my paper pumpkin glue dots, which are fantastic. If you're interested in the paper pumpkin kits, email me, Noreen@joyacards.com, and I'll get you a subscription. But I'm going to put the little one right on top like so. And now I'm going to take the two small ones with the foam adhesive sheet on it and put it in the center of two of these, and then the one without, and yes, there's now a third little one, or a fourth little one, because I forgot. Anyway, because the inside of the card has a flower in it too, so you want another one to go inside. So we're going to put a glue dot here. This does not have a foam adhesive sheet because it's for the inside, and do that. So in the new catalog is the Blooming Pearls, and I've been using these like crazy, as you can tell. And I'm not going to put it on the one for the inside, so put that over there. I'm going to take the 3 of the big ones, not the little ones, and put them in the center like so, and that's super pretty. Now let's finish up the inside. I'm going to actually snail on the piece here and put the flower on top like so. So you're done with the inside. Now I'm going to snail all of the pieces here. I flipped them over, and I'm going to snail the stems and the leaves on my craft sheet. Now I'm just going to arrange them just on my piece. Just kind of guess it. You can like pull it up and move it around. That's the thing about using snail, where glue might leave a mark. This isn't going to. I'm going to leave the last one to the end. I'm going to take my big flower, and now I got to get the big flower on here, so I'm also going to use that snail, and I'm going to approximate where I'm going to put that. And I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to approximate where I'm going to put the other one and put that here. And then I'm going to take this other stem, and you can kind of move these around and just, pull them up if need be, and just stick the other stem in, or even cut it in half or something if it's too long. It's really up to you. I'm going to take a little of this off. Just pulled it off and stick that on there. And now I'm going to put some more snail on the card and do this. And now we only have one more thing to do, and that is the leaves, which I've already snailed, so they come pre-snailed. I like using the tip more. Figure out what side you want. It's really up to you. I'm going to use this side here. I'm going to tuck it under this flower, and I'm going to put one here and one on the other side. And then you got to have a little bling. So I took the green of the Blooming Pearls, and you can take any size you want, but I'm going to use the small ones. I like the small ones, and just, decorate it up like so. And that's the card. So if you notice, the colors are different because they're never going to match totally, because it's, art. So, but that will do it for me. I do sell these cards on my website, joyofcards.com/shop. I also have retireds on there, and that'll do it. Please like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.